Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Quote of the day is, if you believe it will work, you will see the opportunities. If you believe it won't work, you will see the obstacles. Wine die. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Dr. Mahnur Khan, PGR in Department of Community Medicine and Public Health in King Edward Medical University. Today I'm going to present on the topic of Pakistan Human Resource for Health Vision 2018 to 30 under the kind supervision of my worthy professor, Dr. Saira Afzal. Learning outlines. In this presentation, we're going to learn global strategy for HRH and its importance. Pakistan HRH includes what are these things which we're going to discuss is its vision, goal, principles, strategic directions for objectives, recent updates, and at the end, we will discuss some MCQs. At the end of the presentation, participants would be able to describe importance of WHO Global Strategy for HRH and also Pakistan HRH 2018 to 2030, its vision, goals, principles, and strategic directions. WHO Global Strategy on Human Resource for Health. WHO member stated at 69th World Health Assembly on May 2016. Importance of global health strategy on human resource for health. We have better evidence than ever before on what works and what doesn't in the health workforce development across different aspects, ranging from planning, education, management, retention, incentives. Linkages with the social service workforce, a global strategy that addresses in an integrated way for all aspects can inspire and inform more incisive, multi-sectorial action based on new evidences and best practices and national level and planners and policymakers and a global level by international community. Need of global strategy. The international community is working to identify a new set of global development goals for a period of 2016 to 2030. The health workforce is one of the areas under consideration as a part of proposed health objective. The development of a global strategy on human resource health now is therefore very timely because in its early stages, the process to develop the global strategy on HRH can also influence the decision on the post-2015 development agenda. And once these broader goals and targets have been achieved, set or political level, the global strategy on HRH can provide concrete and recommendation and ideas how to achieve them at more technical level. So we're going to discuss HRH 2018 to 30. Human resource for health. Human resource for health is pivotal for any meaningful improvement in the health status of Project of Pakistan. A well-trained and motivated health workforce form the basis for achieving universal health coverage and is key to attainment of the Pakistan Vision 2025, the National Health Vision 2025, and the Sustainable Developmental Goals 2030 agenda. Health workforce. Number one, the health workforce in the Pakistan is the backbone of health system and economic growth. Well-functioning health system ensures healthy societies which then become the engine for the economic development. A sick society never comes out the vicious circle of poverty. Investments in health force and related professionals have also produced millions of decent job opportunities in the country, which continues to contribute in the socioeconomic development. However, the grave shortage of qualified health professionals and workers has restricted the progress in the health sector and is one of the main reasons for poor health outcome and consequent poverty. In Pakistan, it is very heart-wrenching that the first ever national HRH vision has been developed in Pakistan with great deal of dedication and through and inclusive consultative process. Federal Ministry of National Health Services regulations, coordinations, other ministries, provincial area department of health, regulatory councils, academic health institute, private sector, civil society organization, development partners, and other stakeholders are included in this. Pakistan cannot afford an exclusive curative healthcare model. There is no other option but to strengthen our primary, preventive, and promotive healthcare system, for which the need for well-trained, community-based, and multi-purpose health workforce with supportive system is critical. This will also ensure provision of essential health services at the doorstep of communities. In Pakistan, the demand for and size of HRH are forecasted to grow sustainably, and are consequences of population growth combined with epidemiological and demographical transitions. This table shows the need for staff and availability of staff and their shortage. The first column includes the health human resources. Second one includes the registered participants, and third introduces the international standard. In fourth, we're gonna discuss the required for 170 million population, and at the end we're gonna discuss the percentages. As doctors, they are registered in Pakistan, and it is the survey of 2013 to 2014, 160,000 and 289. Two doctor per thousand patient are required. 340 overall, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs and 40,000 overall doctors are required, but registered are 1,60,000. So there is the shortage of 52.85%. Likewise, with dentists, there is the shortage of 92.62%. In case of nurses, there is shortage of 95.94%. The area with registered midwives is comparatively better. There is a shortage of 14.7%. Pakistan HRH Vision 2018 to 2030, Development on the Base of Workforce 2030, and NHV 2016 to 2025. Vision. Number one, accelerates the progress towards the and second is the universal health coverage. Third is the SDGs. Fourth one is economic growth. Fifth one is by ensuring equitable access to quality of health worker force within a resilient responsiveness and strengthen health system. The National Human Sources for Health Vision 2018 to 2030 reinforces the commitment of the government for creating a meaningful improvement in the health status of the people of Pakistan. In 2025, the National Human Health Resource Vision provides a way forward for strengthening the most important pillar of health system, and to achieve the goals set in the National Health Vision 2025 and Pakistan Vision 2025. A unified HRH vision, yet not ensuring the provincial autonomy and diversity, will further strengthen the health-related coordination and coherence among stakeholders. Considering increased population and emerging health needs, it is a priority to increase the number of hospitals by threefolds in public and private sectors, achieves the SDGs and UHS targets. The prerequisites for this reform is addressing workforce shortage with quality, production, equitability, distribution, enhanced productivity, and improved working environment. To ensure, the goal of this is to ensure a flexible, responsive, and sustainable health workforce that is of sufficient size, quality, capability, and distribution to deliver on Pakistan's SDGs, provide UHCs and equitable access to health service for all. Principles are to promote the right to enjoyment of the highest attainable standards of health to provide the standardized, integrated, people-centered, and health service devoid of stigma and discrimination, personal employment and professional rights of all health workers, including safe and decent working environment and freedom for all kind of discriminations and harassment. One is the equality of access to leadership positions on merits, the ethical recruitment practices throughout the selection of right person for the right job, and equitable distribution of health workers, standardized mechanism of accreditation, accountability, reward, and recognition. Here's the strategic direction for objectives. Objective one is the governance and regulation. So to establish a national and provincial health work force planning and developmental capabilities. Second one is ownership of HRS strategic at highest level of political leadership. Third one includes the provincial departments of health to finalize their HRS strategic plan. Fourth one is the strengthening of current regulatory councils and enhancement of the new councils for allied health workers. Second objective is investing in HRH. The one is to align investment in the HRH labor market with current and future needs. Second step is to employability of qualified HRS, task shifting, low attention rate, enhancing job satisfaction, respect, occupational health. Third one step is to enhancing the number of family physicians, RMNCH and NCT specialties, more than double of the nurses, LHVs, LV, and lady health workers by 2023. Objective 3 is to health professional education and training. So it can be done by new nursing and midwifery school with enhanced quality. Then for medical and dental education, emphasis should be on quality rather than on opening of a new colleges. The professional and health training institution should be a thinking system approach, and then there should be continuous professional development plans. Objective for is to attain the HR information system. It can be established by health professional and institutional level registry system for professional councils and linked with the Pakistan Health Information System dashboard for consolidating all the HRS data at national level. So here's a summary of challenges. First one is at individual level, there is high attrition rate, brain drain, ghost workers, sickness, absenteeism. At the institutional level, there could be the weak management capacity of hospital administration, poor working environment, and performing management system. It could be at provincial level, that could be in the form of long-term HRH plan are missing, no information system, no HRH units. It could be at national level as lack of political will, HRH in there, but in inefficiency and scarce resources, weak regulatory system. Is the Pakistan Human Resource for Health. The first one, and it is compared with the STTs and is applicable like the Human Resource for Health. The first one is healthy societies are engines for economic development. Second one is healthy force, essential for nutritional services. Third one is health workforce, essential for universal health coverage. HRS. Third one is healthy student, improved learning, greater economic health outcomes. Fifth one, SDG, and it can be linked it with women are target largest part of the health workforce and obtaining job. Sixth one is the collection of voice data and participating in WASH activities by LHVs. Eighth one is health is one of the largest employment sector providing decent work. And tenth one is associated as health workers migration can lead to inequitable access to healthcare. Even when is linked like equitability, access to healthcare services will improve the basic services. And the 17th one is the effective HRH strategy rests on the collaborating across the different sectors: health, education, finance, labor, planning, and stakeholders, public and private employees, professional associations, and community with others. This diagram shows the WHO Community Health Workers Guideline recommendation using the life cycle approach. In first stage, there is the educational sector involvement, and in the second stage, there is the community health market involvement. At first, based on educational level, gender equity, motivation, community membership, and at the second stage, there is the content build and responsibility and knowledge and providing the competency to the student. At the third level, there is a formal competency and giving the certification. At the fourth level, there is the child health workers contracted, the adequate provision of recruitment and provision of formal agreement. At the fifth level, there is a child health worker retainment, and at the end, there should be optimization like through health for all, approaching the workload, data generation, child health worker task integration, community engagement, and by community health resources. Now we're gonna discuss the recent updates. This article is published with the title of the Global Health Workforce Stock and Distribution 2020 and 2030, a threat to equity and universal health coverage. Objective of this study was the 2016 Global Strategy on Human Resource for Health Workforce 2030 projected a global shortage of 18 million health workers by 2030. This article provides an assessment of the health workforce stock in 2020 and presents a revised estimate of projected shortage by 2030. Method involved was the latest data reported through WHO's National Health Workforce Accounts were extracted to assess health workforce stock for 2020 using a stock and flow model. Projections were computed for the year 2030. The global health workforce shortage estimation was revised. Results in 2020, the global workforce stock was 65.1 million health workers. It was not equitably distributed. The projected health workforce size by 2030 is 84 million health workers. That represents an average growth of 29% from 2020 to 2030, which is faster than the population growth rate, 9.7%. The reassessment presents a revised global health workforce shortage of 15 million health workers in 2020, decreasing to 10 million health workers by 2030. Conclusion involves the latest NHWA data show progress in increasing size of health workforce globally as more jobs are and will continue to create in the health economy. So here's the MCQ session. MCQ number 1 is the monitoring of accountability framework of global regular process of to assess progress on its milestone. Which of the following milestone is not necessarily to be achieved for the leadership and governance of the action on human resources for health? A, institutional mechanism in place to coordinate in intersectoral health workforce agenda. B, have an HRH unit with responsibility to develop the monitor policies and plans. C, have regulatory mechanism to promote patient safety. D, made progress to establish registered to track healthy workforce stock. All agencies would be strengthened health force assessment.
E.
Answer is D. Made progress to establish register to track health workforce stock. MCQ number 2. Health has a direct correlation with poverty, illiteracy, and inequalities in societies. Well-established best discriminants of health status achievement is the level of A. Incidence related to population, B. Indices related to hospital, C. Per capita income, D. Environmental condition, E. Occupational hazards. Answer is C. Per capita income. The MCQ number 3 is disaster management is the managerial function charged with creating the framework within which communities reduce the vulnerability to hazards and to cope with disasters. Which of the health area has a vital role in building the resilience of communities and health system to respond to disaster? A. Health workforce. B. Health infrastructure. C. Health related equipments. D. Health related diagnostic laboratories. E. Health education.
B. Health infrastructure.
Answer is health workforce. MCQ number 4, health system can only function with health worker improving health services coverage and realizing the right to enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is not dependent on their A, availability, B, accessibility, C, acceptability, D, assessment, E, evaluation.
E. Evaluation.
Answer is D, assessment. MCQ number 5, health workers are the core of health system. And without health worker, there is no healthcare. Which of the following best describe that the investment in health workforce is one of the best buys in public health? A, investing the midwifery education can yield the 16-fold return and on investment in terms of life save. B, establishing a hospital will benefit the whole town. C, installing modern equipment will give the best result. D, road traffic signals can prevent the deaths due to road traffic accident. E, more expenditure on health infrastructure. Answer is A, investing a midwifery education can yield a 16-fold return to investment in terms of life save. MCQ number 6, considering the cost benefit analysis, what do you think that investment in which health area is one of the best buys in the public health as it is the core of health system? A, health workforce. B, health infrastructure. C, health related equipment. D, health related diagnostic laboratories. E, health education.
E. Health education.
Yes. MCQ number 7, the planning, design, the implementation of policy option can be informed and supported by a number of tools. Guideline, which of the following is not considered as a selected product developed by WHO on human resources for health? A is scaling up health professional education, B, increasing the access to health workers in remote and rural areas. C, monitoring and evaluation of human resources for health. D, ignoring the reputed health sectors. E, scaling up health professionals training. Answer is D, ignoring disrupted health sectors. MCQ number 8, all people engaged in action whose primary intent is to enhance health, and all the other sport workers whose whose main functions relates to delivering preventive, promotive, or curative health services are the health workers from list given below. Which of the are not the health workers? A, laboratory technicians. B, public health professional. C, non-profit organization worker. C, D, community health workers. E, pharmacists.
C.
Yes, answer is C. MCQ number 9, the health system consists of all organizations, people and action whose primary intent is to promote, restore, or maintain health. This includes efforts to influence the determinants of health as well as more direction. Health improving activities. Health system can only function with health workers and by improving their health services covered by A, availability, accessibility, and equality. B, quantity, availability, suitability, and feasibility. C, quality, acceptability, and reliability. D, availability, accessibility, acceptability, and quality. E, accessibility, acceptability, and equity.
E, accessibility, acceptability, and equity.
The answer is D, availability, accessibility, acceptability, and quality, which I shown in the diagram. MCQ number 10 is the Pakistan faces an acute shortage of different categories of healthcare workers, which is bound to escalate further because of high population growth rate, inequitable distribution, and out migration of healthcare forces. However, there is no trained health workers has remained low as compared with the estimated 2.28 need to mean a population basic needs. Pakistan number one is a 1.1 trained health workers per thousand, 1.2 trained health workers per thousand, C 1.3 trained health workers per thousand, 1.4 trained health workers per thousand, or 1.5 trained health workers per thousand.
C, 1.3 trained workers per thousand.
His answer is D, 1.4 trained health workers per thousand. Here is the key of MCQ, and it is our YouTube link where the presentations are uploaded. Kindly like and subscribe. Thank you.